I'm a bit of a kid getting into the hot avatar. So let's just leave it as a surprise. Who's gonna ask me and all? And that boy never asked me. I don't plan on dating anybody for a while. And if you kind of think about the other girls and what are they doing and oh God and all that. They said, we're shooting with Shahrukh. I said, oh wow. And they said, you know, we want you to do it. And for me, that was like, oh my God, is this real? Is this happening? You know, I can't believe him. And I was just like, that was a trick question. And I fell for it. Hi guys, this is Shazahn Padamsee and you're watching me on BollywoodHungama.com.
We have this today talented and beautiful Shazahn Padamsee, who's part of Housefull Part 2. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you so much, Faridoon.
How were you approached for Housefull Part 2 in the first place?
Well, honestly, I'm not allowed to speak about it at all. But since it's out in the news today, I've got a secretary who handles my work and met up with Sajid and Sajid Khan. And I think, you know, they liked me and I fit the role that, you know, they're kind of casting for. And, you know, the rest is
history.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's just chemistry.
Yeah.
What sort of role is yours, in fact? What are you playing?
I can't speak about it. I don't think it'll be right for me to speak about it.
Housefull, it's a franchise.
For me, it's just like a huge thing. I've been a huge fan of Housefull. I absolutely loved it. I've got the DVD and in fact I watch it very often also because it's so funny.
मैं लव में बिलीव करती हूँ, पर शादी के बाद
कितने ऊंचे विचार हैं आपके।
ये मेरे पति नहीं है, पति परमेश्वर।
And I think Housefull has now become a brand, you know. It's a kind of a project that every actress and every actor would want to do. It's like a huge movie. And this time I think the cast is even bigger than the first cast. There are 4 girls and 4 guys. And yeah, for me it's just a dream to just be a part of this project. And I've always wanted to work with Sajid as well. I love his films.
Talking about Sajid Khan or Sajid Naidwala?
Sajid Khan. Sajid. And Sajid Naidwala as well.
Sajid and Sajid. Housefull had the girls had a lot of flaunting to do, a lot of oomph in the film. Jia Khan, Deepika Padukone, as well as Lara Datta. So, do we see that happening with Shazahn Padamsee as well?
You know, I can't speak about it. I know I'm being so boring over here, but
no, we heard that Asin will be wearing a swimsuit, so I'm sure that actresses have that, na, that कि उसने किया है तो मुझे भी कुछ ना कुछ तो करना चाहिए.
Let's just leave it as a surprise.
Let's leave it as a surprise, okay? Yeah. But I'm sure that it should be something interesting. But when do you start shooting?
I'm shooting next month. So right now I'm at the gym and I'm like working out and just you know, getting into the hot avatar.
The hot avatar. So that means that there will be some hot stuff coming from Shazahn Padamsee over there. Shimit Amin is one of the writers, and he was your first director for Rocket Singh.
Yeah.
So did he recommend you in any way whatsoever? Or?
No. This was, I just directly met Sajid. I think also when directors are casting, they're kind of, they've got a certain image in their head. And sometimes when you just meet someone, it's just like instant because you kind of fit the role. And I think that's what happened to me with Madhur sir as well. I met him and it was literally 2 minutes. I just went in for a meeting generally. And 2 minutes he was like, okay, you know, we need someone young. We need someone who looks like you. We need someone who is, I think I'm a bit of a kid. And I laugh really loudly and all. He really liked all that. So it you know, kind of fit.
Hello, sir.
आप?
Sir, June.
नहीं, महीना नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ.
No, sir, I'm June Pinto.
ये जो प्यार, मोहब्बत, इश्क है.
It just fits sometimes, so you just know what's right.
And I think you definitely looked very good in the film as well.
Thank you.
Very pretty and beautiful. And I'm sure that not only Ajay Devgan, any office-going guy will fall for June Pinto, in fact.
I hope, yeah.
Do you like to go on long drives and all?
You know, it's nice if you have someone to go with.
But it seems that you've been going these days.
Romantically? No, oh God, no. Oh God. That was a trick
Srishant-
question. That was a trick question. And I fell for it.
Srishant was a rumor?
No. Please. That was completely nonsense, to be honest.
So you never went out?
No, we met, but it was literally like a 5-minute drive, and he was here for his match and stuff, and he was leaving the next day. That was that, and I have no idea how this whole dating thing came about, because I'm very much single. I'm not dating anybody, and I honestly am so busy with my work. I don't plan on dating anybody for a while.
But you know, your profession is such that many a times you'll be expected to play romantic. At least both your films, Hindi films, you've had your romantic affiliations and all. So you know, some sort of, I think every girl or boy during growing up years, they have their share of infatuations or relationships and all. So I'm sure that you must have had something over there.
But with who?
With a boy or someone, maybe like say
Generally
when you're
with an
growing
actor
up.
who I...
No, I'm saying that while growing up.
Oh yeah.
So when did you have your first infatuation or your first crush?
Now, I was in boarding school for a little bit in a school called Sayadri. This is on the outskirts of Pune. You know, we used to have this folk dancing group. The 7th, 8th and 9th standards used to do it. So there was this boy, I'm not going to take his name, and I had the biggest crush on him. Like, I would just think about him day and night. And finally, I was in the 6th standard. So when I got to the 7th standard, so I was like, I was going to be allowed to be in the folk dance. So I was very excited. And the whole thing was that the guys had to ask the girls. Okay. So all us girls were all waiting, oh, who's going to ask me and all. And that boy never asked me. So that was like my crush from here went and it crashed. I was so upset. And he asked my this girl who I used to hate in my class, and she used to hate me. You know, we had this whole like girly fight going on, and he asked her. So that was a very sad incident in my life.
What was your age at that point of time?
Oh God, I would have been like, I don't know, 11? Yeah, 10, 11.
That's quite young.
First time you kind of start thinking about boys and that whole thing in school, and you know.
When was the first time that a guy asked you out and all?
First guy, I think in college, when I came back to Bombay, and then I joined.
Which college?
I was in Jai Hind. I was in Jai Hind for a year, and then I shifted to Bandra, so I shifted to St. Andrews College.
So that was when a boy asked you out for the first time?
Yeah.
So how was it like?
Well, I think even if the boy looks like hell, the fact that a guy has asked you when you're in college is like a big deal. And I think a lot of girls feel this way, you know. Always a guy who you like will never ask you. I think that's the story of life, you know. And again, as I was telling you, I was so shy and I was so conscious, you know, and I was going through this like acne phase and I had braces. Oh God, I was a mess. Yeah, I was a mess. So... yeah. Then, of course, I went on and, yeah, whatever.
What about these plastic surgery rumors? What do you have to say about them?
You know, I don't know where they've come from, honestly. I think when I was doing theatre and I was about 19, my first picture came in the newspaper, which now they keep putting everywhere. And I was really chubby. And I was going through my ugly duckling phase, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I was really chubby, and you know, I was just whatever. You're growing up, yeah. You look different. I'm gonna look different now. I'm gonna look different in another 3-4 years, of course.
Tabloids said that it was about the lips. It was not about the face or something.
The thing is, they took that picture, and I wasn't wearing any makeup. Sure. So you know, when you have makeup on, you look very, very different. So yeah, I don't know where they came from. Honestly, I'm happy as I am. I'm just very dedicated and focused about my fitness regime, and also I guess I'm looking different because of that.
No, I think you're looking fantastic. There's no doubt about that. It's just that sometimes rumors come up, and I think it's best that we clarify.
I know, no, there's none of that. I haven't done any of it.
See what happens in Bollywood or the film industry, that especially the women tend to be very, very competitive, and they tend to be, we've heard stories of cat fights.
Yeah.
Like so we keep on hearing all these stories about Sonakshi and Katrina and Priyanka and Kareena and all. In fact, we heard some stories about you and Shraddha during Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji as well.
No, that was so silly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where these stories come from. Shraddha is very sweet, and she's the only one from the girls who I interacted with because Shruti wasn't there for the promotions and stuff. But she's so nice, and when we went to, I think we had gone to Hyderabad, we had one makeup artist. So he had to poor guy was running between both of us, and Madhur was calling me saying, "Jaldi aa yaar, the Bindia's come, you have to come. So we were like so stressed out, we had to be there, we couldn't be late, there's an entire room full of people waiting to interview all of us. So we just got a little maybe we got a bit upset with the makeup artist because he was taking time. But there was no cat fight or anything.
But still what happens is that ऐसा आपको नहीं feel होता है. I think it's very human कि यार she is looking better than me. उसका थोड़ा सा कुछ ज़्यादा touch up कुछ ज़्यादा better हुआ है मुझसे, and maybe her outfit is better. These kind of stories have been there earlier.
We didn't shoot together. We didn't shoot together at all.
Never shot together.
No,
okay.
we never shot together.
Okay, but in future, say what kind of precautions are you taking that say that because I think Housefull 2 has a lot of heroines, a lot of actresses.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. Honestly, I don't think I know I'm going to sound cliche by saying this, but I'm not very I'm competitive. Yes, I do want to do well, For me, it is a big deal to be here because I am the only one from my family who's doing films. Everyone's doing theatre. So for me, just being here and being a Hindi film actress is a very big thing. And I just want to not prove, but I just want to make my family. I see my dad's face every time, something big happens, and for me, that's the biggest high.
Surely, I think I saw one of his interviews recently, and I think the World Cup was on, and it was asked to him that who will you be seeing the World Cup final, and he said I'll be watching it with my daughter Shazahn.
Yeah, and I gave that in another interview as well. And I also said I'm going to be watching it with my dad. Yeah, it's just wonderful to kind of just see that look on his face, because he would have never imagined me doing this. Having said that, yes, I am competitive, but I think it's very important to kind of compete with yourself. With every film, one must get much better. I feel in Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji have grown as an actor. Of course, credit to doing South films and stuff from Rocket Singh. I was just watching both the other day, and I was like, I was happy. I said, I feel I have grown as an actor. And in Housefull 2, I want to do much better than how I did in my last film. And if you kind of think about the other girls and what are they doing and oh God and all that, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of that, but you can't get fixated on that. You can't live your life trying to be someone else. You have to concentrate on yourself and just be like that horse with the blinders on.
Karan Johar once told us on our interview that no two actresses can ever be friends.
I agree. maybe hi bye friends, but I think it would be. I think for actors also.
I think guys are more chilled out. Guys are definitely more chilled out. They are definitely competitive and all, but most of the times.
Yeah, the guys somehow are more chilled out.
More chilled out. They're not as cutthroat. The girls tend to be much more ambitious and all than the boys are.
I mean, I love making friends. On set and all. I'm hanging out with everyone. I make everybody my best friend. But yes, I have been told that keep your distance and all that, because then there's too many itsy bitsy things that get into the way. So I think as long as you maintain a nice, decent friendship, which is cordial and hey, how are you, and just being pleasant. I don't think you should kind of go out and be really oh God, and everybody look at me, and no. I don't think that's not good for them, the actors, and that's not good for the film, because then it affects the environment and all that.
Finally, I read somewhere as well that your favorite actor is Shahrukh Khan, and you'd love to work with him.
Yes, he is my favorite actor. I am obsessed with him. And I am very lucky that I got to shoot an ad with him when I was shooting for Rocket Singh. I get a call one day from this, in fact, Red Chillies. Right. They called me and they said, we're doing this for a phone company. And they said, we're shooting with Shahrukh. I said, oh, wow. And they said, we want you to do it. And for me, that was like the ultimate experience. I was literally with him for about 2 hours. We done because he's so busy. But he was just lovely. I mean, when he walked in, I was looking at him and I couldn't believe that this man is like Shahrukh Khan. You kind of go into like this weird state of, oh my God, is this real? Is this happening? I can't believe him. And I was just like, I couldn't even speak when I was talking to him. So yeah, and we did a great commercial where he plays Cupid between this boy and me. So it was damn cute. One of the most memorable days of my life.